find your beach.
Find that beach, you guys.
What's up, everybody? We got a little bit of a problem here. Andy won't stop wearing sunglasses inside since we were featured in the Washington Post magazine.
My future's too bright.
It's a little too bright.
I have to wear shades.
That's the
song.
It's a little too bright.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have to protect his retinas.
Yep.
Protect your retina. It's different than protect your neck, but it's a similar song.
Yeah. It's a very similar song.
Written by that guy's brother,
mm-hmm.
who was blind.
An ophthalmologist before he went blind.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what? I can't do what I love, so why don't I do what my brother loves? And it's actually not a happy story.
But it's not a bad song. It's not a happy story, not a bad song.
Not a lot of songs are happy stories. In fact, they're not stories at all.
They're songs.
They're songs. And they're two different things, and we need to start respecting that.
Listen, if there's one thing that America needs right now, it's to know the difference between a story and a musical number.
Yeah.
Okay? Because
I think that's even confusing, because a musical number might be like...
That might involve dancing.
Uno, dos, tres, la 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 bamba. You know, like that's a musical number.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, or...
Anyways, the fact of the matter is,
four.
We have way too many members of the media telling stories with songs in them.
Yep.
It's gotta stop.
I want this musical news to quit.
It's gotta stop. It's a problem. It's an epidemic.
Mm-hmm. It's not a pandemic yet.
Not yet.
But we're getting close.
Because
and I don't want you guys
to
have to stay indoors.
Music, you guys, it's contagious.
It's infectious. You saw what happened? They warned us. They said, "Hey, if you let Elvis move his knees like that, whew,
America's going to go off the rails.
Teens are going to get pregnant."
And it has. In fact, I blame Trump on Elvis.
Yeah. Because Trump has that same je ne sais quoi horny appeal, you know?
Oh, yeah. There's not a woman in this country that doesn't get horned up when they're looking at Trump.
Okay, listen. I'm as straight as an arrow. It's hard for me to say that. That would be Freudian.
That sentence sure as fuck wasn't.
I'm as straight as an arrow, but when I see that fucking gobbler neck, fucking that turkey neck on Trump,
woo!
I want to bite it.
Just want to teabag that thing.
Yeah, I want to fucking rub around in him.
Do you think Melania does that? Do you think she just gets underneath his neck and is like, let me gargle your neck fat?
I think Melania's had sex with Trump 3-4 times.
Yeah.
Like, total.
Yeah, I wonder how deep into her mind...
Like, Barron...
she had to go.
...was probably conceived through some kind of medical procedure.
Oh, absolutely. He looks like a fucking...
But he defies a lot of what we expect. I think he's a piss pig, though. I think he likes, like, not fucking women. I think he, like... Charlie... Right now...
Charlie does this thing now where he goes into his toy basket and he gets out his gym bag like he's going to work out. And it's like, dude.
I'm going to go to the gym.
Yeah, right.
You guys, you don't mind if I go to the gym right now? What do you probably going to go take your gym bag outside, go to the bodega, ask if they can make you a double chopped cheese.
Yeah, just be like, hey, can I trade this gym bag for a sandwich?
Do you guys mind if, could you guys put more bread on that sandwich somehow? Triple decker.
Hey, do you guys think you could fry this gym bag so I can eat it outside?
We don't believe in fat shaming unless it's our own dog. And then, we'll shame.
Pretty much all bets are off.
Do you think that the viewers can see the ring light in the reflection of my sunglasses?
Yes. Obviously.
You guys, I'm sorry about that.
Sorry. Actually, it gives you an idea of how bright his future is because the ring light's on. The ring light's on, and he had to take his shades off.
Yeah, we're becoming influencers.
Our future's brighter than this ring light.
You know, it's weird that influencers are a good thing now. Because back in the day, they were bad.
Why?
Because they made us do drugs. They'd go, hey, you look pretty sad. You want to smoke some of this sweet, sweet mota? And I'd say, get out of here, Fulgencio. And he'd say, nah, man, get in my Cadillac. We're going to go for a ride. And I was like, hey, Fulgencio, I don't want to do that, man. I got to go study, and then I got to go straight to the gym basketball
And he'd
league.
be like, but I'm an influencer.
Yeah, he'd go, hey, man, I promise you someday. And I was like, Fulgencio, you're not even from somewhere else. Why are you talking like that?
And he'd be like, this is just how I talk.
He goes, man, if you smoke some of this sweet, sweet mota, man, you're going to talk just like me.
And Andy was like, well, give me some of that.
And it didn't work.
It didn't work out. And now he's in a 12-step group.
Yeah, I just got high. I gave up on class, dropped out. I dropped out of school at the age of 8.
If an influencer was doing what Fulgencio is doing now, they'd just walk up and shake their ass in front of you, and they'd go, hey, your future is bright. Be positive. And that's what an influencer would do. Imagine if influencers took their whole thing to the streets.
Take it to the streets. Get out there. Put your butt in the streets.
Put your ass on the sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
And tell people. Drop the quotes. Let people know.
I told you about the time that I produced
Pain is
Glory.
pleasure, or whatever the fuck
Something.
you guys say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I told you the story about the time that I had to produce the segment with the Instagram butt person.
No.
Yeah, there's like a girl. She has like 12 million followers, probably more now. It's like it's just her butt. It's just her wearing like thongs, and her butt is giant.
Mm-hmm.
And that's her whole life was just. And we had to produce a segment, and it was so weird because I was like kind of scared because they were like, ask her to do this, and I was like, I feel a little shameful asking this like 19-year-old to do this thing, and she did not hesitate for a second, and then it was just like at that point I was like I'll give you like these rappers were like dancing around,
Yeah.
and like throwing money, and the thing that we were asking was that if she would like twerk in the money. And she was like, do you want me to get down on all fours? Do you want me to, should I like act like a dog that's eating money? And we were just like, yeah, I mean, sure. You know, she had
It's like, hey, I'm so sorry to ask you to do this. Would you mind like twerking in the money? And she's like, yeah, do you want me to lick it with my mouth?
Do you want the guys to slap me with their penises while I, just kind of twerk one butt cheek at a time?
Oh, no. No.
Like, sure. Why not?
You don't want to get success.
Television.
You don't want to get success too early, is what we're saying.
That's why I'm going to be successful in my 40s.
Yep, and I'm going to be successful in my 60s, which is next month.
Yep. That's how long it's been. I do feel like I've matured in a way.
Do you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I kind of feel mentally on the other side of this thing. I rarely think about the fear.
God, those are famous last words if I've ever heard of them.
Well, thanks for supporting me here, babe.
Listen, I do support you. It's my fear is that you feel like you get to the other side of it, and then there's a new side.
Have I been?
It's a Rubik's Cube.
Okay. Well, now I have to knock on wood because you're scaring the shit out of me.
Okay.
Have I not been pretty solid for the majority of the quarantine?
You have.
Yeah.
You certainly have.
And before that, wasn't the most solid guy.
I didn't realize that you were so easy to shake.
Well, I do believe in superstition to a fault.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can just imagine that the podcast would stop, and then I'd be like, I feel a little bit warm. And then I'd just be like, I'm coughing up blood. And the next thing you know, I'm like, next episode, Patreon episode Friday, I'm doing it intubated. The microphone's in my lungs. I'm like,
we just lower it down.
The doctor's like, could you just get out of here? And she's like, we
no,
said it'd be out
sorry.
Fridays.
Content's content.
We said it'd be out Fridays.
We promised. Now get out of the way. I'm going to do my own intubation.
My mom will not let me have it that I think we already had the virus. She will not let, like, every time I say that, she's like, well, if you had it, you had the most mild case I've ever heard of. I was like, no, people are walking around with no symptoms, Mom.
Yeah.
So I disowned her. I got rid of her.
Is that what she said earlier today?
Yeah.
Anita?
Yeah. But that's her thing. That's her sick thing. There's a little bit of a, what's that called? Munchausen by proxy going on with her. She wants me to be afraid a little bit, you know? Because then I got to call and be like, Mom, I don't feel good. And then she goes, oh, Andy, you are such a hypochondriac. But on the phone, she's going like this.
She's like, ah.
He'll come back. He'll sleep in the bed with me. Creepy lady. Some of you guys might have noticed. I don't know. Like,
how old were you when you stopped sleeping in your mother's bed?
28.
That's disgusting, and I'm uncomfortable.
No, I did not sleep in my mom's bed past like 8 or something like that. But I would go back to sleeping in her bed if I got scared of something.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't really sleep in the bed. That made me feel grossed out. I slept at the foot of her bed. I would put the comforter on the ground and sleep on the floor.
And this was at like age 27.
The last time I think I ever did that was I got really high and I went and saw 28 Days Later in the theater, and I came home and I was like, I need to just come out. They could come out. We just open the door and the zombies.
Right.
And then I just went to sleep on her floor.
Okay, and how old were you?
I was like 22. I don't know.
Wow.
Well, I'm not proud of it.
Wow.
But I was high.
Okay.
I had a cool mom. I could call her and be like, I'm fucking too high. And she'd be like, ah, God. What did I tell you about this? You know, my mom used to, at like Thanksgiving.
Your impression of your mom is really spot on.
Oh, thank you. My mom, at Thanksgiving, she used to go, all right, everybody. It would be like when we were having dessert. She'd be like, now, if anybody wants to smoke grass, Andy's going to be doing it in the backyard pretty soon. I'll have to go smoke some.
That's exactly how Anita sounds, you guys. In case you're listening, that is exactly how Andy's mom sounds. To a T.
Well, she does.
We could call her right now on the podcast. Do you want to?
Not right now. I kind of want to, because then I got to open a program and shit like that.
Come on.
We got to open a program.
That's
to do
not
that.
true. You can call her on my phone.
Do you
Call
really
her on
want
my
to?
phone.
You really want
Call
to?
Anita. Call Anita.
Fine, call her.
Okay.
Don't you have her number?
I think so. Yep.
All right. Call her on speaker.
We're calling Anita. All right, Andy, you got to answer the phone like you're her. It'd be so funny if she's like, I got a call from an unknown number.
Oh, she has to work tomorrow. Maybe she's in bed.
It's 8.
Good
7.
point. Good point. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Watching Jeopardy.
You're watching Jeopardy? What's the double Jeopardy tonight?
I don't know. Not there yet.
Do you think you'd win on Jeopardy?
Never. Not unless it was all
Downton Abbey questions?
medical and cooking. Then I'd be fine.
Are you going to tell her
Ask me history.
Tell her
Do
what?
not ask me history.
about the podcast?
Why are you calling me?
You're on our podcast.
Anita, you're on our podcast.
We're just calling you to check in. So we hear you're going back to work tomorrow, Mom.
That's true.
Are you
Are
excited?
you nervous? Excited?
I am nervous because I haven't worked for 2.5 months. I hope I can remember my password and what to do. And I've gotten really lazy. I don't want to get up at 6:30 and drive to work.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
bummer.
Stay home and lay in bed and watch
Jeopardy.
The View.
Oh, The View.
No, The View.
So do you
It's
think...
very. it's the
Are you
view.
going to wear like a lot of like PPE tomorrow? Or are you going to like be like in a hazmat suit?
I am in the coolest suit. It has a face shield and a headband that's blue and green and a mask underneath that.
You're going to look like a Ghostbuster.
I know. I'm going to take a picture and send it to you.
I want to see. Yeah, I want to see. Have you talked to your friends at the hospital?
Some of them.
Are they saying it's pretty normal, inconvenient, scary?
They're saying it's busy, starting to get busy, and I think they're tired of wearing the gear.
Because elective surgery's back now, right?
Right. It just started on Monday.
Are they
Anita,
doing,
if I wanted to get Botox, could I come to the hospital for it?
No, honey, that's doctor's office shit.
Oh.
Can I get a penis enlargement?
We were wondering about that. Could Andy get his...
You can get an implant.
You can get
Whoa.
a penis implant?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Can I get like
Can
a
you-
perked up
is-
one? Like it has like
Is
Bluetooth
there like a
or something?
discount we could get?
People that are getting them are like 80.
Ooh.
All right.
Start young. All right. Well, are you gonna pray tonight? Are you gonna do something?
Somebody's already praying for me. My good Catholic friend Pam.
That's good of her.
Thank God.
Yeah.
What else are you but you must be excited to see other people, right? Just to like socialize?
Yeah. I'm excited to see other people. I'm excited to get out of this house. I'm excited not to look at these two miserable dogs.
Yeah, we're excited to not look at our two miserable dogs.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Hey.
All right. Well, I love you, Mom. I hope you're extra safe.
We love you, Anita. We'll pray for you, too.
We're going to
Guys, bye.
send us a picture.
I will.
Okay, bye.
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 Okay, so that's Anita.
That's Anita. Here's the thing. Anita is one of the greatest emotional manipulators, shape changers of all time.
What do you mean?
She doesn't sound that bad there.
What do you mean?
She played it real well. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, what are you talking about? She's sweet. She's fun.
is sweet.
But here's the thing she'll do. She'll hit you with a like, I mean, Andy, are you really going to do this forever with all the uncertainty and all the failed relationships? You know, comedy or something like that.
Right.
She'll hit me with that, and it'll just like, it'll be like,
Ugh.
she'll have been talking about like a restaurant she liked, and then she'll just pull out I mean,
What are you doing?
aren't you exhausted by starting over constantly?
Ugh. Brutal.
And then I'm just like, gut punch.
Brutal.
You're supposed to be my rock.
Dude, my mom will do this thing where she'll go, but, you know, I think you would be so good at taking care of dogs. And I'm like, so you're thinking that moving, and she'll be like, you should get a farm,
Mm-hmm.
and you should just, I could just see it. You could just let the dogs run. And she's like, so she thinks that me running a house full of dogs would be more profitable than continuing as a comedian.
Well, we did watch that guy's show on the weird internet TV that comes on a Samsung.
Yeah.
It's weird. Samsung has this like cable that's just like
It's
basically YouTube but cable.
Yeah, it like animal videos that just play over and over again, and
honestly, that's probably our favorite channel out of
anything on TV.
anything on TV. I'm talking HBO Go,
Everything.
Netflix, whatever.
We just
it's
watch
just
that.
goofy
It's
animal
just
shit.
bears doing somersaults
Yeah,
with
it's-
a bunny rabbit in their arms.
It's like a goat like tries to walk up to a window and then a bird scares it. I mean, it's just nonstop.
We love it.
But yeah, I mean, that guy that we were watching, I totally Mouse.
Mouse!
I hate you. I hate you,
Mouse.
Mouse. I hate you so much.
Mouse.
Ah!
Mouse!
Mouse! No!
She got stuck.
She got stuck
She
in
got
the
stuck in the
podcast.
cords.
That's
She's,
don't
you know why? Because she's trying to learn how to do
podcast-
hopscotch.
Yeah, no, she wants to do podcasting because she wants to do a fucking guys we fucked.
Yeah, but
with
she's also joining the hopscotch league, whatever the fuck that is. She wants to learn how to like do like jump in and out of the fucking jump rope.
Did you used to be able to do that stuff?
No.
I couldn't do it either.
I didn't have enough black friends growing up. I just grew up in the white suburbs.
I did, and they made fun of me. But also,
Well, that's good. It's humbling.
in 6th grade, went to my first inner city school dance, right?
Yeah.
And I'm this white kid from like the good neighborhood. You know, I'm still like, my mom's still picking out my clothes, all that kind of shit. 6th grade. And I go in there, and they are bumping and grinding.
That's not a good neighborhood thing, your mom picking out your clothes, by the way.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm just...
Got
I'm
it. Got it. Just
I'm
wanted
not-
to point that out. Just wanted to clarify that little detail of your childhood.
okay, well, my mom's buying my clothes, and I'm not like, I haven't been out in the world yet.
Yeah.
And these kids are bumping and grinding with the lights off. It is like, I am like, what the fuck is happening? And then, like, some kids are like, do you want to dance? And I start crying. Because I'm so intimidated. So intimidated.
Oh, my God.
I run away crying, and then these girls come and get me, and they teach me how to dance. And by the next year, I won Best Dancer.
Did you really?
I did. I have the certificate at my house.
Was it a joke?
I think it was a little bit of a joke, but I could, like, nobody was like, at first it was like they were laughing because it was so goofy. But then, like, by 7th, 8th grade, I was like, it stopped being a novelty that I could dance.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I was, of the culture.
Okay.
I don't know if people would back that up. We could talk to some.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think I'd need some more sources.
I'll tell you this. I was of the culture enough that when I was in 7th grade, me and some friends were walking home, or we're like walking to the mini mart after school. And these other kids came, and they tried to fight them. Mm-hmm. And they like everything got really heated, and we were all talking shit. And then we were like walking away from it because it like diffused. Mm-hmm. And all my friends started laughing, and I was like, "What's so funny?" And they're like, "You don't realize that you said the N-word." And I was like, "No." And they were like, "Yeah, you said the N-word. It was just so funny because you didn't even realize it." So I was of the culture enough that I didn't get my ass beat for saying the N-word. Is that a bad thing to say on a recorded thing?
Yeah.
You think so?
I think probably.
All right.
Probably is.
Well,
I'd say yeah.
I didn't say the hard R version.
Well, yeah.
Obviously. I said...
You'd be dead.
No, I wouldn't. Anyway,
well, you should be.
I shouldn't be dead. Anyways, I
can't even tell you how much I love that someone asked you to dance and you started crying.
I didn't start crying right when they asked me to dance. I started crying when I tried to dance, and I just was like, rhythm? It was like the rhythm was like too much for me.
Andy!
Yeah.
You know what, though? I really think we were kind of made for each other because I had a similar thing happen to me.
It was a barn.
I was actually
a
a young
team. Oh, okay.
No, I was literally in kindergarten. But I remember getting on the bus to go to public school, and this kid turned around and was like, "What's your name?" And I got so nervous to talk to him that I just started crying. I just showed up to kindergarten, just a fucking mess, just crying my eyes out because
that must
someone
have been a lot of tears because of how big your head was.
Yeah. Oh, the bus actually went under. We had to swim our way to...
Yeah, it was like what's the Mrs. Whatever bus?
I don't know.
The bus cartoon that everybody watched when they were kids.
Oh, the Magic School Bus.
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah, it was like that. We just went, we drove the bus through an ocean of my tears into my...
Miss...
I don't remember.
God.
Fuck.
She was great.
Yeah, fuck.
You should Google it. It's kind of an important one.
Frizzle.
Miss Frizzle, exactly. God, I can't believe. Was it Mrs. or Ms.? I think it was Ms. I think she was
really
single.
Important, yeah. It's important to know that.
Guys, I can't believe we haven't brought it up yet. I know that you said it briefly, but thank you so much to the Washington Post magazine for
making us famous.
Making us famous to
worldwide.
To our parents, for the most part.
Worldwide. We are famous now. And that's who we are.
Uh-huh.
And when we walk out of this quarantine,
we're probably going to walk straight onto the Met Gala carpet.
Yeah, I'm not paying for shit in this city. All right?
Even though it's
we're going to walk out of this fucking apartment, and we're going to walk into a doorman building with a driver that just comes with the apartment because we were in the Washington Post magazine.
Yeah.
All right?
Never really been in a magazine before.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. I thought it looked really good. I'm so grateful to Sadie for thinking of us, pitching our article, believing in the team.
That's right.
It was a pre-mouse world.
It was a pre-mouse world, and it was an easier world, and we were a happier couple. then.
You know, one thing I really liked was that they made it sound like I got COVID. I really loved that.
Yeah.
And then he got sick. Oh, boy.
Then he was starting to feel a little under the weather. Great. Now he's choking. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you want to dance?
Nope.
He starts crying. Do you want to dance? Do you want to dance with me?
You know, I was just thinking about that just then, was how good Connell was at crying. How fucking just emotion. He was raw with emotion when he was in that therapist's office.
Yeah.
And it was just like, from the moment, it was like so subtle. He started so low at the beginning of the episode. And just by the crescendo, I mean, it was like little baby ant steps. Then he got there, and when he burst, oh my God.
I burst.
I was as hard as a fucking diamond cutter.
I was crying from my downstairs.
My downstairs place was crying.
Imagine if that's how a woman told you she was wet.
Hey, did you just deliver bad news?
Because my downstairs is
crying.
sobbing.
Hey, did you leave the sink on upstairs? Because my downstairs is
Flooded.
Hey, is there some kind of hurricane outside? Because my basement is really wet. I don't know
Okay,
if it's like a
you're just
dampness
going
thing.
back to wet. I'm talking about crying.
Yeah.
That was the joke.
That's the crying game. We never finished that, did we? You know the whole premise of the crying game?
No.
I know this is an aside, but the whole premise of the crying game, after everything that we watched, is that he falls in love with that woman, and the big reveal is that she's trans. And he, like, loses his mind. He's like bawling in a shower because he fell in love with a man. Well, fell in love with a woman that was biologically born.
A trans woman.
A trans woman, yeah.
Yeah.
But, like,
That is-
literally, like, gagging in a shower. And in the 90s, people were like, bravo, the emotion. And now we'd be like, who cares?
You're like, oh my God, get over yourself.
Get over yourself. How didn't you know either?
Seriously.
Just the fucking, when she fucking locked up
There's
the
no
barbershop.
There's no
at
biologically born woman that looks as perfect as
A trans
a
woman?
trans woman.
Yeah.
That's the dead giveaway.
I did have this thing I said back in the day. I said, have you ever seen a woman that's so beautiful it seems like she's trans? Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
Okay, I wanted to make sure. Because I used to say that to people, and they'd be like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But there was a thing where you'd be like, how is this? The geometry is, like, too good. You
Yeah.
know? Are we in a simulation?
Yeah. Everything is too symmetrical.
Well, we've talked for about 30 minutes, and it's been good, you guys. We're happy to be back. I feel so good. And
What?
I think a lot of what it has to
What
do
just happened to you?
is
Did you just have a fucking stroke?
Nope, I had a strike, and by that I mean lightning struck, and I got back into professional podcaster mode. And I'm ready to just carry this thing all the way.
That's right. Joe Rogan sold his podcast for $100 million to Spotify.
And
We're going to sell
do
ours.
It too. $101.
$101.
We'll take anything.
Look out, Joe. We just
Joe?
got a ring light.
Ooh.
And we're in the Washington Post magazine.
Take that, you
Take a
100 millionaire.
fucking nap.
He's going to become I think he actually already, because I think he already makes something like $300 million from the show originally.
Yeah.
So he's going to be a billionaire from podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Whoa.
We're on our way.
We're on our way,
We're
boys
like
and girls.
40th on the stand-up charts.
That's right. 40th.
Hell yeah.
Take a seat. 39, because we're coming for your spot.
Yeah. We're coming 38. We're coming for 38.
Ooh, 38. You feel that seat heating up underneath your butt?
37, honestly,
It's
there's
because it's
going to
warming up for us.
there's going to be kind of a leap. You're going to be fine. We're going to go to 36 after 38.
Yeah.
37, you're fine.
37, you can stay right where you are. We're
Yeah.
not interested in your seat.
Don't feel
We don't want
threatened.
it.
You'll stay right there. But I do want you to know that I was 37th ranked North American skier in the year 1999.
And that's why he's not even interested in your seat.
I've already been 37.
He's been there.
And I'm 37 years old right now.
Right now.
37's my favorite number.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It's a good number.
Why?
I don't know. It's just the number that I've always thought of. I don't know. I'm being dead serious. I've always loved 37. There's no mathematical reason.
When people say, pick a number, 1 to 10, Andy goes, 37 every time.
That's what I say. Do it right now.
Pick a number, 1 to 10.
37.
What?
Yeah.
It's crazy how that happened.
It's crazy. You know, sometimes you just meld, gel, mesh with somebody so well that you can just read their minds. You know what I mean? Like, you talk, and I know what you're saying before you finish the sentence.
Especially because, like, sometimes you'll tell me what to say.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's crazy how you just
mess
know
it up,
exactly how I'm going to say it.
my hands might get angry.
What?
Just going to say, if you mess it up, my hands might get angry.
Oh, you're going to hit me?
No.
Good, because that would make my downstairs cry.
No, I'm talking about this. Hey! What you doing? I told you what to do. Why are you saying other stuff? Yeah!
Yeah, this is the thing that Andy's doing now. When we fight, we have to use hand puppets, but we don't have puppets, so we just use our hands.
So we use our hands.
So the other day, he was doing the dishes, and he was like, "Hey, Rosebud, it kind of pisses me off the way you're a fucking slob."
That's not what I said. I said, "Hey, Rosebud, why don't you do some of your own dishes sometimes?"
And I said, "Hey, Andy, why don't you put your fucking name on the lease, and then maybe you can do the dishes a little less?"
I am going to put my name on the lease of my new apartment. We're going to be neighbors.
Yeah,
Married
right.
neighbors. It's going to be just like Big and fucking whatever her name is. Carrie. Big and Carrie.
They weren't neighbors. He lived in a totally different neighborhood.
Well, okay.
If you're going to pull references, at least be accurate with them. Thank you very
much.
much.
What neighborhood did he live in?
He lived in Gramercy.
And where did she live?
Perry Street.
Okay, so that's not neighbors to some extent?
No. I just made all that up to be right.
I actually think he lived in the Upper
He
East.
probably lived in Fidei.
He lived in Upper East.
You think so?
I
think
know.
he was an Upper East Sider?
I know
think
so.
he was a little too cool.
I know he lived in the Upper East
You
Side.
know that?
Yeah, he was a banker.
So he couldn't have lived in Fidei?
Nobody lives in Fidei. You know this.
Bankers do.
You know this. We've
Some
talked
bankers
about
do.
this.
First of all,
Nobody lives in Fidei.
First of all, you're gonna wake up Joanne. You fucking psycho. You psycho. Stop waking up Joanne.
Joanne loves us.
Yeah, we are cool with Joanne now. We're like 100% cool with her.
She's bringing her packages up.
Yeah, she's bringing our packages up so that they don't get stolen. Also, our mailbox is broken. I gotta fix that tomorrow.
You gotta write an email about the mailbox.
I don't want to write a fucking email.
It's one email. This is what bothers me about my future wife. Is she will see something that's broken and she will say, "I'll fix that someday." And then we're in our fucking deathbeds. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, "God, I wish there was lights in this room so I could make eye contact with you for one last goddamn time." And she's like, "I think I'm going to get another pillow." I think this room needs more pillows.
I like pillows.
Should I get a tiny table? What about a little chair? What about a tiny little chair?
What's wrong with a little chair?
I'm kidding. I'm just teasing.
You bitch.
It's all your furniture. My apartment's going to be great. It's just
You're
going to
not
be
moving into your own apartment.
It's just going to be skateboard ramps.
And bear skins.
It's going to be fucking cowhide walls and skateboard ramps. And the fridge is just going to be full of slushies.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to put a slushie in there.
One slushie or all slushies?
It's going to be a giant slushie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If you have a slushy-filled fridge...
You are not allowed in my new apartment.
I'm coming.
It is my office
No,
and my
I'm
hang.
coming over.
The TV, that I'm gonna
I'm
buy
coming over and I'm filling it with pillows.
the PS4.
You're not even going to be able to get into your own apartment. It's going to be so full of pillows.
You better not put so many pillows in my apartment that I can't get in.
Oh,
I'm telling you
buddy,
right now.
buddy, you better start calling your new apartment Pillowland.
Do not.
Because let me tell you something.
I swear to God.
Those walls are going to be made of pillows.
I swear to God.
It's going to be a
if you put it,
goddamn pillow fight every time you try to walk through the door.
I'm so mad. I bet you're going to put a tiny bed in there, too.
It's going to be a teeny tiny bed. Your feet aren't even going to fit on the bed.
Here's
Just your feet.
Here's my
It's
impersonation.
going to be a dollhouse bed.
Here's my impersonation of Rosebud. All right, okay, so this is me. I go, hey, babe, what if we got a bigger bed? And she goes, what if we just got more pillows?
Shut up.
Hey, what if we got a bigger bed? Let's get more dogs and more pillows.
Yeah. You love it.
I can't sleep.
You love
I'm
it.
dying.
You're not fucking dying,
I'm
Andy.
dying. I've been meant to tell you.
You're dying?
Yeah. I went to a doctor.
What?
Yeah.
When did you find out?
He said I have touchy-feely-oma.
Oh my God, you do have touchy-feely-oma. He's touching my leg.
All right, we should probably get into these
Not
mails.
even of his own volition.
Yeah, I can't even control it. You guys, you did so good. Oh, that's weird. We had a... God damn it.
What?
It, renewed or something. I don't know. I thought we had a new patron. Anyways, we got some new folks.
We got a shitload of emails from you guys. We asked for relationship advice, and some of you understood exactly what we were asking for. We wanted advice from you, and one person didn't. So I'm gonna go to that person first. The person that wanted advice from us, and then we'll get into the relationship advice from you guys. No.
She doesn't. She gets mad when I throw her curveballs left and right with this chick. Which one? Question? Hee. Relationship question, hee.
I think so. Hi, guys. Love the pod. I saw Andy at the Somerville, Massachusetts Comedy Store in January and then discovered Rosebud after that.
Yes.
Y'all funny.
Yes.
Here's my relationship question. I'm 24 and have my first serious boyfriend. My family's super Catholic and anti-dating unless they're the one. My mom found out I was on birth control this year and yelled at me. I'm really in love with my boyfriend and we've been dating 7 months. I'm really nervous to tell my family, but I do think he's the one. We talk about long-term marriage all the time. Any advice? This feels silly, but I'm bored and I'm nervous about this, so let's give it a shot. Anita.
I'm not mad at it. Anita, you're your own woman. You're your own woman, and the number one thing to consider about mature adult mental health is the ability to separate yourself from your parents.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound, I don't know, it says like your family's super Catholic. I don't know. Come on.
She doesn't say that she's super Catholic.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
If you're super Catholic, then it's gonna be really hard to separate yourself from your parents because it's like love thy father and mother or whatever. But I think in this case, you're 24. It's time to do whatever you want.
Here's the thing. I'll pull out some real quick stuff. I was a religious studies major.
Go ahead. You're basically a priest.
The Bible, right? I almost went to Yale Divinity. I didn't get accepted.
So
the Bible, it's coming across continents. It's going through people with interests and agendas. They're interpreting it. Vatican I, Vatican II. They changed the whole game. The first thing why they wanted it in Latin is they didn't want all these fucking Europeans understanding the Bible. It's all hearsay. The thing you got to understand is you got your own relationship with your own God, and what does he want? He wants you to be happy. And who fucking gives a fuck? It's honestly, Anita, don't plan on marrying this guy. You're 24.
Yeah.
The main thing you should plan on is being fucking happy.
And getting it in.
It sounds like you are. I hope you are.
Yeah.
And it'd be, if you love him, bring him home. Tell your parents they're going to have to deal with it. You're an adult woman.
Yeah.
Set some boundaries. That's pretty healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But don't let Catholicism stop you from enjoying your 20s.
You know what I say? Bring him home. Make out with him on the table.
Fuck him.
Fuck him on the table.
Turkey dinner.
That's right. That's just tell them that's what you're doing. When they walk in, they go, "What are you doing?" You say, "Turkey dinner."
Yeah. And they say, "It's July."
And you say, "Every day's Thanksgiving."
If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I don't know, if your family's bilingual, say it in a couple languages.
Yeah.
You know? Here's what I do. Honestly, this is a good idea right here. You come home. You got your boyfriend there, right? Right when they're like, "Who's this guy?" You pull out a giant bag of caramel apple lollipops. And you go, "Guy, I got candy." They'll totally
throw
forget.
candy at them.
Yeah, just throw candy at them.
There is one thing that will throw a parent off.
A Catholic parent.
Especially a Catholic
Because
parent.
they're not big on vice, but you
bring out some sugar, they will lose their goddamn minds.
And then you charge them for it, because that's not cheap.
It's not. It's about $3 at Duane Reade, but that's $3.
Yeah, $3, they can buy you a ride on the subway.
That's right.
And if you don't get off the subway,
They
cover hundreds of miles.
They could buy you a bus ticket across the country in the 60s.
Yep.
All right? So, that's what we're saying. Candy, turkey dinner,
Get your nut.
and get yours. Get
Unless
it wet.
you're allergic to nut.
Yeah.
So even though you didn't give us advice, Anita,
We hope we helped.
we hope we hope that helps.
And we want you to know that we have been through couples therapy, one session, which was interrupted several times by Amazon delivering packages to my therapist.
Caveat: it was also Rosebud's therapist. We were not on neutral ground.
It was a home game.
It was a
for
home
me.
game for her. It was it was rigged. What was that show we were watching where he paid off the therapist?
I don't know.
Oh, it was Ozark. Okay. This is from Meg the nurse. We love you, Meg. She gave us a quote.
Hey, Rosie and Andy. Couldn't think of good, funny, original advice on relationships, so I got a great quote about marriage from an episode on that old show, Girls. All right. Someday you'll look at him, hating him with every fiber of your being, wishing that he would die the most violent death possible. It will pass.
And that's from somebody who's married.
Yeah. For 1 year.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Well,
I think so.
Congratulations. All right, now we got another one from Kate. Advice on someone who's been quarantined in a 300-square-foot studio apartment with her boyfriend in a foreign country. I don't know why the foreign country thing, unless it's foreign to you, too. But let's keep going.
Yeah.
Don't bring up issues from the past until all of this is over. You better believe some issues are coming up. Rosebud had an affair when we first started dating.
I didn't.
Okay. 2, you can't control how much time your partner spends on their phone,
so don't try to.
Hey, believe me, because I'm not the one spending all the time on the phone. It's actually given me time to spend more time on my phone.
I have no problem with him spending time on the phone.
You don't know what I'm doing on there.
I don't give a shit.
3,
Keep the apartment clean. Always. Can't guarantee it. Shit my pants yesterday.
I do believe in keeping it clean because I think it creates a healthier mental space. So
I
thank
love
you, Kate.
keeping my apartment clean, but it's harder now that I live with a man
Who
and
cleans all the
2
time
dogs.
for you? Oh, okay. John showed up, and this one, John got a little spiritual. I've been with my girlfriend for 12 plus years. Honesty.
Honesty is what I believe has made this possible. I'm 31. She's 29. We both abhor the thought of marriage. Abhor. You whore.
Abhor the thought of marriage because parents. I don't understand that. Because of your parents? Because
of her parents? Because you don't want to become parents? Not clear.
Maybe there's some parents in your neighborhood that have been picking on you, and they're like, you better get married.
Yeah,
and
maybe
you're like, you're not even our parents.
Right. Maybe you have parents just like that don't want you to be parents because they regret having. It's not clear. We need the background. Okay. You have to be honest with each other about everything. Don't hide anything. Well, shit my pants, so that's impossible.
Own up 2, and communicate your fears, lusts, apprehensions, and desires, and be open to learning from hers or his.
I don't want to know about your fucking lusts.
If you're annoyed with something she does, tell them. Talk about it, be honest. If you're not honest with yourself, you'll never be honest with your significant other. Also,
can I be honest with you? I'm going to be honest with him. This already sounds like advice from a poly couple, which is making me not want to take it.
John, I like you. I'm going to keep reading. All of this seems like common sense and kindness to me, but I'm continually baffled by the amount of bullshit people feed each other, sometimes sustaining entire relationships on white lies and best-kept secrets. John, I'm going to stop you right there. We kind of like the white lies and best-kept secrets.
Kind of love it.
We, honestly...
Don't need to know everything.
I tried to be in an open marriage one time. It didn't work. And all I can say now is Don Draper had it right.
Yeah. Cheat.
Cheat.
Like a
and
fucking
do it
adult.
well. Cheat and do it well.
Cook together and clean together. Play together, laugh, cry, and die together. Work on projects separately and as a team. Call each other out on bullshit. It's not about having faults or not making mistakes. It's about strengthening and supporting each other in order to allow the ownership of each other's thoughts and actions to facilitate growth and healing from whatever holds the individual back. What's holding you back probably isn't what's holding her back, and vice versa. You owe it to yourself and each other to truly listen and make efforts to improve in all areas of life.
Rock on, guys. Grifter. And you know what, Grifter? You're right. And I think what you're saying is get your own apartment, put all your fun stuff in there, put your Peloton bike in there.
Put all your pillows in there.
Put less pillows.
Surround that whole Peloton bike with a big case of pillows so that you can barely go inside of it to use the Peloton.
But I think it's
That's
a good idea.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Desk,
this
TV,
is what I got from this whole email
slushy machine.
Here's
Peloton.
what I got from it. Here's what I got from it.
Sneaker collection.
If your fiance has his own apartment,
phones.
fill it with pillows. Fill it with pillows.
Fill it with pillows.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm gonna have
That's
a
what I
cell
got from it.
phone. I'm gonna have multiple iPhones that just follow one slutty Instagram account.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna fuck the NBA. Okay.
That really that escalated quickly. All right. I don't like this next one. Katie says, Andy, you need to worship the ground that Rosebud works on. She is the end of the
road. It says walks on, not works on.
She should work on something. And
I've
she
been
is
working
the end of the
way
road
harder than you, buddy.
For you and
all right? I've been working way harder than you.
I actually go to work.
No, you don't. You go to play. You go play with boys in the park every day, and you call it manual labor. When you're just pushing children on a swing set.
We're just teasing each other. It's just 4 35-year-old men just taunting each other.
You guys are just
pinching
playing
each other
in the park.
Whatever. She's the end of the road for you and is the best thing that you are probably capable of getting.
Okay, I don't like that either.
If she wants a new wallpapered accent wall and a fun, tiny, and practical chair that you need to give it to her.
That's true. That's true.
Give that little tyrant whatever she wants, and maybe someday she will let you get hair plugs. Okay, by the way,
it's not
I
hair
don't
plugs.
want hair plugs.
It's hair transplant surgery, and it looks way more realistic than that.
I don't really care about I'm fine with where my hair is at these
not.
days. Or be a little mean to her, and she will probably like it. It's true. If you're a lot mean to her, her downstairs cries. P.S. I really enjoy the podcast and think you guys are a really great couple. I hope you guys are staying safe, and congrats on your engagement.
Thank you, Katie. That was nice.
That was really nice.
She came around. What's the matter, Andy?
I'm just still mad thinking about how you like confident people. Ugh.
What?
Shut up. This is from Mickey.
Mouse is barking at you.
Hi, guys. I love the podcast. The best relationship advice I have ever received was from my mother-in-law. 5 years ago, my husband had surgery to remove the screws from a previous ankle injury. What is your husband?
Fucking ankle jumper?
Is he mechanical? What was supposed to be a simple surgery and 2 days of bed rest turned into 4-hour surgery needing a bone graft and 6 weeks of absolutely no use of that leg. Sorry that I made fun of this earlier. The day after he was cleared from all activity but not work, he had a huge blowout fight because he was determined to go to work and threatened to walk the 3 miles there if I wouldn't drive him. He'd been warned to take it slow and easy because of the bone graft and not to spend more than 10 minutes at a time on his feet. I was extremely upset, crying, and pulled the ultimate bitch move of calling his mom. I don't know. I think that's a pretty good one. I've called some moms before in my life.
Have you really?
Oh, yeah.
You son of a bitch. If you ever fucking call my mom.
When my ex-wife was like, I'm having an open relationship. I don't want to do it anymore. I was like, okay, we're calling your mom so you can understand how insane you are. Anyways, and her mom agreed with me. It was great. She said that early in her...
If you ever call my mom, Andy,
I'll
listen
call
to me.
your fucking mom.
If
I
you
swear
call my
to God,
fucking
I'll
mother,
call your mom.
you
I'll call your
son
mom.
of a bitch
I'll call your mom in
narc,
a
I
fucking
will
second.
fucking divorce you if you call my mom.
Me calling your mom will be a final blow.
If you're calling my mom, the relationship's over already.
Yeah, I know. And I'll be already at my apartment with a totally appropriate amount of pillows. Instead of getting involved and telling him what to do, like I wanted her to, she gave me the best relationship advice I'd ever received. She said that in her marriage to my husband's dad, they had similar fights, but eventually she realized that his mistakes
If
were
you
his
call
to
my
make.
mom, I will fuck your
She
dad.
would still give
That's
her
what'll
opinion,
happen.
but disgusting.
I'll fuck your dad.
My dad has a crooked dick.
I don't
Good
give a
luck.
shit. I'll
But not get emotionally
crooked fuck
attached to
him.
it. I hope my dad listens to this and tells me not to marry you. She said that if he really decided to risk damaging his ankle by walking several miles, that was his choice and his lesson to learn. Sorry this is so long, but it seriously saved me so much stress to just let go emotionally of decisions that aren't my own. Love to you both, and both the dogs too. Mikey. Oh, well, Mikey, I'm going to be honest. You spell it weird. It's spelled like a Scandinavian Mickey, but I'll accept it. Are you Scandinavian? Please tell us. You have to tell us if you're Scandinavian.
It's like a cop.
P.S. He didn't walk to work that day, but did end up working for a couple hours, and if I remember correctly, regretted it. Yep. That's like Rosebud when she had COVID, and she was like, I have to work out. Show business will leave me behind.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, go work out. And then she got sicker, and I enjoyed it. Fuck, I always forget to do this. Couple more emails.
I mean, that happens every fucking episode. You gotta
What do
stop.
you do just to control? What do you do?
You gotta stop.
What do you do to help edit, produce? You set up the camera?
I'm just saying, if you're gonna produce the whole thing, you should do
There's
it right.
a lot of things I got to do.
Okay. Okay. God, he's fucking testy tonight.
Testy?
Yeah, you're just getting your fucking period all over
It's
the
called
place.
confidence. I'm standing up for what's right.
All right.
Why don't you read Amanda's?
I will. It's Amber, dummy.
I'm going to call her Amanda.
Okay, fine.
And
Hey,
Miranda.
Rosebud and Andy. Sorry, I'm eating a banana. I think I have some good, solid advice for you. I've been with my boyfriend for 5 years, and while I'm still waiting for my ring, anytime now, Mitchell. I love that his name's Mitchell.
I hope you call him Mitch, because Mitchell's a hard one.
Mm-hmm. I think we can provide some generally good relationship advice. We love spending time together, but we also love our alone time, and this quarantine has been a lot, to say the least. I'm hearing a lot of you guys tell us to separate from one another.
I agree.
Most of this advice has been you guys should separate from one another. So I think Andy should get his own apartment, and I should have this whole one to myself.
Thank you.
Typically, he's out of the house every week from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m., but now he's working from home. I'm a student. My semester and finals were all transitioned to online, so it's been a stressful few months in the same 2-bedroom apartment. Ooh, 2-bedroom, brag. And we have been at each other's throats more than usual. Since we're now seeing a lot of each other all day, every day is a lot. Upon the advice of my therapist, we have a business meeting once a week where we can check in and let each other know what we need, be it physical, emotional, or otherwise, in a neutral environment. For example, if I feel like he's all up in my space, I can let him know I'm feeling crowded, and he'll go on a bike ride or leave the house to run some errands so I can have some alone time. Being open about our needs in a designated neutral space has really helped us maintain our sanity and has also helped us recharge enough to still want to fuck each other at the end of the day, because after 5 years, that's important. Thanks for keeping the great content coming. I look forward to the episodes every week. Glad you guys are back in your natural New York habitat, and I hope Charlie's hanging in there with the terrorist Mussolini. More howl sessions, please. They're very cathartic. We can only do howl sessions during the day, and because we don't want to break our alliance with Joanne because she keeps bringing our packages upstairs. Anyways, also, you guys made me cave and binge Normal People, and now I want to leave my boyfriend to live in with Connell in Dublin.
Right here
Yeah,
with you.
we both do.
All of us want our own Connell.
Downstairs is crying for Connell.
Yeah. I would let Connell evacuate my organs. All right, and we got one last one. I don't know what this is.
Oh my God, Andy.
This I don't know if this is advice. It's just a question. But Shay, we'll grant you this because somebody else asked. Hey, Rosebud and Andy, thanks for putting out the best quarantine content. You're welcome. We're endorsed by the Washington Post magazine. You're saving lives by making people laugh. You guys are truly essential workers. I agree, and thank you for clapping us at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. if you're in LA.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to move from Seattle to NYC for grad school in 2 months. Would love some advice inside about navigating that. I'd also love to hear your experiences first moving there and hear firsthand about the current state of NYC. Also, I appreciate that you two also share the same mentally deranged obsession with your animals that I do. My dog was a straight-up demon from the time he was 8 weeks until he was 1 year old. Now he's a real-life angel. I attached a picture, obviously, so don't worry, there is light at the end of the tunnel for Mouse. Much love from the PNW. Oh, look at that good boy.
Look at the happy guy smiling.
He's got a little rot in him.
Oh,
He's
got
good
eyebrows.
Boy. Oh, he's a sweet boy. All right. Well, here's the thing. Great time to move to New York.
Great time to move to New York.
I'm being serious.
Fucking rents are going down like a motherfucker.
Rents are going down. Everything's going down. It's not that bad. It's not New York like it should be, but New Yorkers are still here. People are still here. It's just, it's moments of regularity or normalcy. But there's a lot of like, fuck, it's empty, it's dead, it's not thriving like it used to be. But it's, I mean, we're like 3 months into the quarantine.
Listen, New York not thriving like it used to be, it's still thriving more than any other city in the United States of America.
Yeah, LA felt like Pleasantville compared to New York.
And when we say thriving, we're not talking financially because it is falling the fuck apart financially. But action-wise, people being out, people talking to one another.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's happening.
I would say this. Your apartment in normal times is not important in the sense that, like, you need this special apartment that you have to, like, be in all the time in normal times.
See, I disagree.
She disagrees. But I'll say this. Location over apartment. There's people and they fucking move to Bay Ridge or fucking
so they can have a nice place.
Deep in Queens or fucking Hoboken, God help you. Don't do that.
If you can find a place in Manhattan under 30th Street, you've got it made.
You've won. But I'll say this. Don't just study the trains. You're going to want to live off an easy train if you live in Brooklyn or Queens. Live off the 7, the NRW. I mean, just look at your train times. You can go on Google. You can calculate like how far your school is and stuff like that. Try to not have 1,000 roommates. I don't know how old you are. You're probably going to want to live somewhere that you can walk the dog to a park.
Long Island City's a good spot.
It's kind of boring, but it's a good spot.
It's a good spot. You can probably find a studio in Long Island City. You can find a studio in Greenpoint. You can find a studio in East Williamsburg.
Woodside,
Queens, Astoria.
And also down by Prospect Park. It's a little bit of a long train ride, but it's a beautiful area, and you can find a studio for like $1,500-ish.
Also, Upper East Side, rents are pretty cheap. It sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks in terms of like culture. It's just kind of snobby. But if you like living in a clean place with a lot of families, Upper East Side.
And I think actually NYU, up by Columbia, Morningside Heights, it's like 110th, 106th.
Yeah, I used to live up there. That
so
place
gorgeous.
is fucking dope.
It's awesome. There's like some character.
Yeah.
It's not like stodgy.
Yeah.
But so when I moved to New York, I was going to move to San Francisco. My buddy Rory Scovel, he said, hey, we found this 3-bedroom loft in Brooklyn. Do you want to move? And I said, why not? and I was planning on moving by myself. My friend Scott was planning on moving by himself, and Rory and his now wife, Jordan, were going to live in one room. Instead, we brought both of our girlfriends, and so we had 6 people in a 3-bedroom loft, and none of the bedrooms actually had doors. It was like an open-air 3-couple apartment. We could hear each other having sex, and I'm not talking about moans. I'm talking about the actual organs grinding on each other. It was a bad idea. So don't sacrifice your happiness to be in some like space.
Yeah.
Don't be a pioneer. And by that I mean don't go like live in some neighborhood where they haven't gentrified it yet, because it's not gonna. I'll tell you this: it's not gonna gentrify quick now.
No, it's not.
Also, don't be afraid of the G train. I love the G train.
I lived off the G train when I first moved to New York, and I would not recommend it. It's not the best.
I loved it. I've always loved the G train. I stand for the G train.
I don't, and
Greenpoint.
I never will. It stands for garbage.
Actually stands for go out there. Train. Oh, shut up!
Shh. Hey. Shh. Quiet.
You guys, that's all our mail. Thanks for all the advice from you guys. We appreciate that.
Thanks for listening to the podcast,
you
guys. Thanks for supporting the Patreon.
Thanks for supporting our dreams and our hopes.
And our wishes.
Our ideas. Thanks for being so aligned with us and giving all your congratulations on our engagement. Thanks for taking, time to maybe, Venmo me at Andrew.
Okay, that's enough. We're stopping the podcast.
We're send me some money so I can get my own apartment. I love
Okay,
you guys.
bye guys.